Buddy, I'm gonna adjust my camera here. There we go. So you get to see some goofiness. All right, we'll wait for the screen to come up and see if y'all can hear me and see me. And Jacob, give us our 5x5, and we'll be good to go. We gotta do the little weight dance. Here we come. Okay, I see people here. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night, and I hope it was a beautiful day for y'all. It was certainly a nice 72 degrees and sunny here today, so that was awesome. Very first, I want to say to my moderators, North Shore Preparedness, and Jacob, and Patriot Sandwich Maker, glad you're here tonight, because we may have a busy night. And I'm going to start out this evening, guys, with just a hair of a rant, because apparently this week I've touched a few nerves on people, and I'm getting a feeling we'll probably see quite a few trolls in the chat tonight, because God knows I've spent the better part of a couple hours each day this week cleaning up some of the nastiness that's been in the comments, and I'm sure you guys have seen some of this. Okay. We have, of course, the people that didn't like the crypto video, saying, that, there's no way they'll ever outlaw Bitcoin or anything like that, so of course they had to get all belligerent. It's fine. Okay. No big deal. And then, of course, I put up the video today that a lot of you had asked for about what was going on in the Middle East. And I want to read you one of these emails that I got. I'm not even going to read you the whole thing, but you tell me when you would stop and just say gone, okay? This is how the email started. Very first sentence. Where the hell do you get off defending the Rothschild-created Israel who hates Jesus Christ? Goodbye, sayonara, see you, you're done, okay? I'm not even going to bother with the rest of the email, okay? You get somebody that's that stupid, and I mean, I read the rest of this email, and to let her know how much I enjoyed the email, I forwarded it to friends of mine at the FBI. Gee, I don't know. You want to send me an email that says you support Hamas? Good for you. You're supporting a terrorist organization. Have fun being on the FBI watch list, lady. Okay. I will say this real quick. My house, when I was raised, and how I raised my daughter, was by the mortgage rule. If y'all don't know what the mortgage rule is real simple. He who pays the mortgage makes the rules. Now, I kind of use this along the lines here with this channel as well. Okay? My channel, my rules. Don't like it, leave. Period. You want to be nasty to me? You want to be nasty to anybody else in the chat? I will throw your ass out of here in a heartbeat, and I don't care. There was another one today where I swear, when I think I've seen the stupidest person on the face of the earth, somebody tops it, okay? She starts off a comment, and I left it up there, and y'all can see what my response was. I don't prep. My first question is, what the hell are you doing here on this site anyway? But then comes in with some idiotic thing that because she's in Kentucky and she understands that people in Tennessee don't have to pay property tax. And my answer to her was, maybe you want to check with the tax assessor down here about that bill they send me every year for my property tax? Yeah, we pay it. Okay. Apparently I've triggered a whole lot of liberals this week. And they are having a field day trying to batter me, batter y'all, batter the channel, whatever it would be, okay? Y'all know how I run things around here. This is a clean ship, okay? You may disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I've got no problem with somebody disagreeing with me. You want to start saying, where the hell do I get off? Sorry, that's done, okay? You want to be an idiot? Sorry, that's done. You want to start posting stuff in the comments here that is not true? That's done. Those will get deleted. Those won't get you kicked out of here, okay? I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, okay? But don't start arguing stupidity, all right? Because all you will get is a piece of my very sharp tongue right back to you. Now, that also being said, y'all know I am a God-fearing man. I do not believe in organized religion. Okay, I think it's a total scam. The way I interpret the Bible and the way you interpret the Bible could be totally different. I don't care how some pastor, some priest, some whatever interprets the Bible. I care how this guy interprets the Bible. Okay, it's the only one that matters to me. I don't care if you're a theology major, which Mrs. P was, okay, got her degree in religion. I don't care how much you've studied, whatever. What you are seeing is how you interpret or misinterpret or make a passage of the Bible fit what you want it to do. I used the term in the video today that this is not the end of days. Why did I use that term? Because there's a whole bunch of channels out there fear-mongering and sensationalizing what was going on in in the Middle East. Like, this is the beginning of the end, people. Okay. I'm sorry, Hamas and Israel, Hamas, the Palestinians, the Arabs, and the Israelis have been fighting amongst each other. Even the Arabs have been fighting amongst each other for thousands of years. Okay. What's going on now? A little worse than sometimes before, a little not as bad as sometimes before. Ain't nothing new over there, okay? It's not the end of times. My interpretation, yours may be different, but don't start preaching to me about, oh, you need to know this and this chapter of the Bible and all that sort of stuff. That's your impression, and that's fine with me, okay? But you ain't changing my mind. I am here to tell you what I see in the way of facts on what is going on around the world. Some of the stuff I will analyze. A lot of you said you disagree with me on certain points. That's totally cool. But don't start badgering me saying I need to go get an education or I need to go do more research or whatever it is. If you don't like the way I talk about stuff, there's the door, okay? That's how the channel will be run. You aren't going to hurt my feelings by leaving, okay? You can stay, you can leave, you can do whatever. You want to announce yourself that you're leaving? Great, you just get deleted. Don't care anyway, okay? We are here to share ideas, to help each other, and do whatever we can. Not to belittle people, not to say my religion's better than your religion, not to say that my skin color, my whatever is better than yours. Never done that, never will. There are people who watch this channel of all races, all creeds, all colors, all religions, and every one of them's welcome. The ones who aren't, even the liberals are welcome. They can come in here, and if they want to have an intelligent conversation, that's totally cool, okay? The ones who aren't welcome are the idiots, okay? So I say that to everybody. I've got to remind everybody every once in a while, because not that y'all, 99.9% of you guys are totally cool in here. That's why we're all big family. But I try to keep this house clean, and I know my moderators try to keep this house clean. If you don't want to keep it clean, go find another channel. There's plenty of other ones out there that you can go watch satanic rituals or people having abortions live on camera or whatever it is, if that's your thing. Go for it. But what we're going to talk about here, have been, always will be, is how things affect us as preppers. And that is basically how this channel always has been and always will be, and it ain't changing. And like I said, my house, my rules. The end. Okay. Sorry, had to get that out because some of these comments started really pissing me off today. So, okay. Hope everybody got gas over the weekend. Because as we've all seen what's going on, for at least most of us down south and along the East Coast, from what y'all are telling me, gas prices are going up. And so hopefully we were ahead of the curve. Personally, I was getting gas at $2.65. That was what I was able to get over the weekend. Mrs. P and I went out to Middlesboro, Kentucky today. Third trip for groceries in 3 days. Okay. Drove all the way up there because we haven't hit the grocery stores up there to see what was on sale. Okay. So, and I want to say it was Angie. that apparently it lives up around there too. And I noticed the same thing Angie Parton did. Lines at gas stations, 3, 4, 5 cars deep, waiting for gas. And like her, it was the same time we were there. It was probably around 6. I think Angie said she was there around 5. Okay. Now, our idea as preppers, we are always to be ahead of the game. Last year, when everybody was running around for toilet paper, we already had it. Today, when everybody's, acting like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to get gasoline, we're all sitting back going, yeah, we knew about this. We did it over the weekend. Here's the catch, guys. Okay. And like I just said, Mrs. P and I have been to the different grocery stores. I've now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different grocery stores in 3 days, trying to find what we could. Because if the gas ain't moving, the diesel ain't moving, the trucks ain't moving, the store is going to be empty. Mark my words, by this weekend, you're going to hear all over the place, there's no food in the store. Okay. And we're already going to have purchased it. So we're trying to stay one step ahead of everybody here, guys. So while they're all out chasing their tails for gasoline, we need to be chasing our tails for food. Now, give you this. I had mentioned, I think Saturday, Sunday, somewhere there. I don't know. The days all run together. Chicken costs. Okay. Now we went to Walmart in Middlesboro today. Middlesboro's about almost an hour's drive for us. We went up there and they had chicken breast, boneless chicken breast that Mrs. P is actually in the kitchen right now cutting up to can for $1.99 a pound. Needless to say, I bought a bunch. Now the funny part is same Walmart, shelf above, had chicken thighs bone in for $2.39 a pound. Now, are you going to pay 40 cents more for bone-in chicken thighs than you are for boneless chicken breasts? I understand people like dark meat, but let's start thinking a little logically here. So, on the way back, we stopped at our regular grocery store, the Outlet, because there was some Lipton tea that she was getting for $1.49 a gallon, and she really liked it, so we went and bought the rest of it. But I went and checked chicken breasts over there again, $3.29. Okay, now $1.30 more expensive. Glad I went up to Kentucky and got some. All right. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Shop around. I know, whether you're, up in New England and it's, Hannaford's or Market Basket or Shaw's, or you're in Chicago and you got Jewel and you got Dominic's or whatever, you're down, you got Piggly Wiggly down south, whatever it would be. You always have more than one grocery store. Check them all out. Start knowing your prices, because, if I can get something for 30, 40, 50 cents cheaper, and I'm buying 6 of them, there's $3 I saved right there. Do that 5 or 10 times. Now all of a sudden you go, okay, I saved $15, $30, and you can get more of whatever you need. So pay attention to your food prices and know what you should be. So be buying food. If you get a chance to get out this week after work, before work, if tomorrow's your day off, whatever it is, get out and grab what you can now. Because when I went to one store yesterday, I got big pack of Boston butt. They had 1. Okay. So I got 21 pounds of Boston butt, 2 of them wrapped in one package. Okay. That was the last one I had. Can't find pork loin. Okay. Walmart had them today. The price was ridiculous. I wasn't paying $2.69 for pork loin. Somebody had said they were $1.69 at Food Lion or Food City. I'm sorry. Too many different grocery stores I know. Food City in Middlesboro, but we didn't have time because I wanted to make sure I was home to be here for this. So we didn't stop, but I got chicken, so that was good enough. So, all right. So yeah, long rant tonight, or long introduction or monologue or whatever the hell you want to call it. So welcome everybody. I'm not even going to begin to try going through 750 names. Okay. But plenty, I was reading some of the comments here, before we got started here. I got in about 10 minutes early. So, yeah, guys, I hope you all got your gas. I hope you bought extra, got it in gas cans, whatever it is. Some of y'all sent me emails on this bridge closure between Memphis and Tennessee on I-40 because there's a crack in the road. Now, think of the traffic that goes between those two. I mean, Memphis obviously is a huge, huge city. It's also the main throughway from the south, Arkansas, Texas, that whole area to the southeast. So I smell a rat in here that all of a sudden there's no way to get across the Mississippi River. Fuel trucks, okay, food trucks. I'm not going to play conspiracy theory, but I'm going to watch this one close because they wouldn't be closing both ways on a highway for a crack. Okay, so something's up. So who knows what it is, but there's something more than a crack in the road. That's the worry here. So. All right, let's get into some Q&A here because I got a feeling you guys probably got a lot of them after what we've talked about this week. So same old rules apply. Please put everything in all caps. Nothing is off limits. PG-13 or better, please. We talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Just please understand, I start at the top, I go on down. I try to get to as many as I can, but now we're pushing 800 people in here, and if you all start asking questions, we only got 45 minutes left. So I will go through as many as I can, and we'll go from there. All right. So hope I did. Apparently I didn't chase too many people away if we still got 790 people in here. But just wanted to say that. Okay. Norma Krause, hello from Northern Indiana. Let's see, would that be Fort Wayne? Would that be the Mishawaka, Shipshewana area? Would that be South Bend? Would that be Gary? I know the whole area because I lived in Fort Wayne for ages. So Carrie Lunsford, hello from Middle Tennessee. Jamie R., hello, friends and family. David Williams, only 27 likes as of now and 83 in the chat. Well, I show 19 with 794. So, again, nobody likes me, but that's fine by me. I'm not overly concerned with it. Obviously, you guys show up. I could care less about the little thumbs up and thumbs down stuff. You guys know to come, and that's what makes me happy. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go down. Gas is going fast in Tennessee. Carrie Lunsford says, yep, I can agree there. Like I just said, saw the lines myself. So let's see where else I can go here. All right. And I see North Shore in there has already kicked somebody out. So the trolls are already about. Hobby Garden for Health. Hi, Pinball. Nice to be here. I did get gas. Thanks for the heads up. I'm glad you did. And I don't recognize the name, so I will say welcome to the family. All right. 1776 Patriot for Life in South Jersey, no change in price. That's surprising because you guys are where the pipeline terminates. So I'm surprised you haven't seen it up there yet, though don't be surprised if you do in the next day or two. It just may take that long to get to you. Robert Winslow gassed up too much ham and beans. Okay, there you go. And you can figure out how to take a hose from you and put it in your gas tank and run it. But, just don't let AOC know because that'd be a little bit too much methane and, we'd have problems then. Rebecca Despain, live in South Central Kentucky. Same here, lines at all of them. Yep. Montana Grizz fan. In central Montana, I bought gas at $2.69 on Saturday, went to $2.74 today. Now, granted, that's a nickel, but this whole pipeline thing it's 2,000 miles from you, so there's some other reason there, unless it's just the company's going, you know what, maybe we'll just raise prices everywhere a little bit and make more money. Be my bet. Northern Hillbilly, I was the first to report the pipeline. I don't know about that, but as soon as I saw it, I did it. Oh, yes, by the way, it's a wine night, which is very unlike me, but with all the crap that I put up with from trolls today. Let's see. Kathleen Logan, I broke down and ordered Spam. Hey, protein is protein right now. Spam. Somebody emailed me earlier this week that they got it the first time and how to cook it or what to do with it, And personally, I like Spam and eggs. You can fry it and put it on a sandwich. I know people make Spam casseroles and everything like that. The only thing I'll say about Spam, make sure you cook it. Raw, I'm not a fan. So Mrs. P, she'll eat it raw. Right out of the can. Small family, small budget. Gas is down 3 cents this week. Okay, that's good for you guys. You're one of the few. Let's see. Sue S says Costco is all cuts of chicken. Having the chicken, yeah. I'm not seeing as much of it, but they've still got it. you got to think of how many billions of chickens are out there. I mean, it's what, 6 weeks to raise a chicken from egg to slaughter. So, we'll see. But it's just I'm watching prices on it more than anything else. All right, Dana Nepsa. Now that just hurts. I bought chicken breast today at 99 cents a pound. Now I feel like I got ripped off. $1.99 is a good price around here. Northern Hillbilly Pinball News today for tomorrow. There you go. Yeah, news today that you can use tomorrow. That's kind of what I look at. Carla Palmer, can you dehydrate meat for long-term storage? Not as jerky, but as plain meat. Okay, guys, I know a few of you in here have a harvest right. So if somebody can answer Carla's question, because I don't have a food dehydrator for anything. I mean, I've got a dehydrator, or what is it? The harvest. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about freeze drying. Dehydrate meat for long-term storage, yes, but that's gonna make it jerky. I think you're talking about freeze drying because we've got a dehydrator, but when we dehydrate it, it basically turns it into jerky. Paul Taylor, I just bought 3 spiral cut hams for 99 cents a pound yesterday here in South Alabama. Yeah, I mean, and you think about it, 99 cents a pound, but around Easter or around Christmas, you get them for 39, 49 cents a pound. I mean, not that 99 cents a pound is a bad price, okay, but remember things like that too. Holidays, what can you buy? Memorial Day's coming up, 4th of July's coming up. Damn well hot dogs and hamburgers are going to be on sale. So, those are things that you look at. It's like, okay, the Armor hot dogs or whatever you buy, normally, $3.29 a pack. Maybe they're $1.99 or something. Buy 20 of them. Throw them in the freezer. Okay. I don't want to try dehydrated hot dogs, though. Let's see. Roaming Prepper, howdy, boss. Back to you. Patrice Lindsay, FYI, Dominic's is gone. They closed years ago. Well, that's it. I think I left Chicago in 1998. So, yeah, it's been a while. So, Matthew Kitchens, prep for your pets too. Absolutely. And I know I talked about this in the past, but it's probably been 4 or 5 months. Realize, guys, when you're prepping for your pets, okay, canned food is good to prep, just like canned food for you. Dry bags of kibble or whatever, they only have a shelf life of about 6 to 9 months before they'll go rancid. Okay, so you can't go buy 10 bags of Purina dog chow or whatever it is and store it. It'll go bad. I mean, unless you got a Saint Bernard that eats it like crazy. But you're running around with dogs like mine, 40-pound dogs. Except for the fat one, they're not going to eat it that fast. So, you can't do that. What I would suggest to everybody, and a lot of this can be made is in your preps, is go online and find homemade dog food recipes. Okay. I made it for our hounds one time. It was oatmeal and carrots and blueberries and sweet potatoes and all this sort of stuff. Find that recipe, because most of the stuff, I mean, I've got to bet everybody's got oatmeal in their preps. Okay, it's a dry good that that stores forever. But the rest of the stuff you're gonna grow. I mean, you probably got sweet potatoes, you probably got carrots that you're gonna grow, whatever it would be. Maybe you got blueberries, but you can leave those out if you don't have them. But that's gonna be a good diet for the dog, and you're okay. Now, the other issue we get, and I know there's dog people, which are me, and there's cat people. There is, and has been for a while, a huge shortage of canned cat food. So, if you have a chance to buy the canned cat food, grab it while you can, because we already have the shortage, and if things get worse, the shortage ain't going to get better, and now you need something for your cat. And you know how finicky cats are. So, you can give your cat tuna fish, but again, cats are finicky. You can't give them the same thing over and over and over again, pretty much like you can a dog. Cats are gonna be like, no, I'm not eating this. So, if you see cat food, buy the cat food, because that shortage is not coming. It does not look like it's got any end in sight. So, good reminder there, Matthew. Let's see. Mama Preps 4. I got ground beef for $1.49 yesterday and tomatoes for 89 cents a pound. I made meat sauce and marinara. Hell yeah. Uh, 89 cents a pound for tomatoes is awesome. $1.49. I mean, yeah, I mean, even if it's 75.25, that's still a good price right now. Jamie R. Tomorrow morning shopping for me. Good deal. Teresa Ellis, hey Pinball, wonder if traveling to the commissary is worth it. We're 3 hours from Fort Campbell. Okay, so I mean, obviously I haven't been in a commissary in 35 years, okay, but I mean, I remember the food in the commissary was significantly cheaper than it was in the grocery stores. The only thing I'm going to say is 3 hours, I'm hoping you're going to buy a huge grocery haul because that's 6 hours of your time, 3 hours driving. So I've got to figure this is probably 125 to 150 miles away. Depending on the vehicle you're going to drive, how much, there's, what, 8 gallons of gas each way at $3 a pop. You're going to pay $50 in gas round trip. I'm ballparking. I'm figuring a pickup truck. We're talking Kentucky here, but talking about $50 in gas, you need to make it worth your while. I mean, even if you say I'm going to go spend $500 in groceries, you're adding 10% to that just in the cost of gas. So figure that part out too, and say, okay, is it worth it? I'm trying to go relatively quick, guys. I apologize if my answers are a little shorter than normal. Pinball, just give me the troll names. I know how to mess with them. Thanks, Teresa. James Garris, couple of gas stations, variety stores out of business close to me this week. Is it because they can't get employees to work? Or is it that they can't get product for the shelves? I've got to guess it's probably more on employees to come to the store, but right now nothing would surprise me. NS Norfolk, Memphis is the crime capital of Tennessee. Ain't that the truth? I mean, take Memphis out of this, give Memphis to Arkansas, and the crime rate in Tennessee gets halved. Let's see. Conjure Mama, do you have to put stabilizer in your gas cans? Okay. Now, gasoline, again, is going to be good for around 6 months. And so if you put some stable in, if you're going to use the gas and you go, okay, I've got it now and I'm going to use it in the next month or two, fill the lawnmower or your four-wheeler, your chainsaw, or whatever the hell it would be. No, don't worry about it. But if you're going to keep the gas storage, okay, is what you can do. And again, I say to everybody, you got to rotate that gas too. If you're going to keep it more than 6 months, yeah, you need to put some stable in it. Okay. What I think, because stable ain't cheap. So what I've always said is a better idea is, okay, at about 5 months, take those gas cans you have, fill up your car, and then take the gas cans to the gas station and refill the gas cans. Okay, that's just a better way to do it. Save you a couple of bucks that way. Okay. Simple preparedness. As for silver, do you also do 1 ounce bars or mostly 1 ounce rounds? I do all 1 ounce rounds and 10 ounce bars. 1 ounce bars aren't going to be any different than 1 ounce rounds. It's just, okay, one's going to be a rectangle and one's going to be a circle. But yeah, same idea. I mean, if you can get 1 ounce bars cheaper than you can get 1 ounce rounds, go for it. I mean, again, I'll say the same thing I've said over and over and over again. You're going for silver content. So wherever you can get 1 ounce of silver the cheapest, that's where you want 0.999 silver the cheapest. That's where you get it. I don't care if they come in, cubes, rectangles, circles, stars, whatever it is. It look like a box of Lucky Charms for all I care. I don't care what shape it's in. I want the silver. Okay. Northern Hillbilly, how's the smoker coming? I haven't done anything with it since the last video you guys saw. We had one wicked storm that came through here the other day, and everything was wet. So the ground is wet, and so I don't want to be pouring concrete on wet ground. So get all that done. I just don't want all that moisture coming up and just cracking everything. So hopefully I'll be able to get out there tomorrow or Thursday and pour the pad for the firehouse. and then we will go from there. I'm just anxious to get all this masonry work done and start doing the construction work, because the woodwork I know how to do. The masonry work, I'm just kind of trying to do my best. Mrs. Gray, are there any apps that compare food prices similar to a gas app? That would be an interesting one. I just think of how intricate that would be, because let's just use, I mean, think of the number of items in a grocery store. I mean, there's thousands of them, okay, let alone how many brands there are, okay? So if you want to go compare cans of sauerkraut, for just something here, there's 4 different brands of it in 3 different size cans. If somebody's got it out there, it'd be awesome. I don't know of it. I just think if somebody ever put that together, that's one hellacious amount of work, because then somebody's going to have to go through and say, checking all those prices constantly. Treasures in Kentucky. Pinball, have you thought about rationing? If things get really bad, at what point do you start? Good point. I mean, I've mentioned before Prepper Nerd's calorie chart, to do your inventory for food and stuff. And yeah, it comes down to that's going to be your ration chart. And you go, okay, this is what I'm allowed to eat today. That's it. Okay. Because anything I'm eating extra I'm eating today is coming off the back end down the road, when who knows if things have gotten better or gotten worse. Okay. So, I'll still say Prepper Nerd system is a good way to go there. When do you start? Again, that's going to be a personal thing. I mean, SHTF can be anything. It can be nuclear Armageddon, alien invasion, zombie attack. It can be, loss of a job, somebody got hurt and they can't go to work, whatever it would be. So, when you start is kind of up to you. It's like, okay, when we've got to go into start eating out of our pantry on a regular basis, because that's where our food's coming from, that's when you start. Okay. Obviously you're rotating, that doesn't count. But when your pantry is your main source of food, that's when you start rationing. Proud Mom 1966. Pinball. So I watched your video on silver today. I'm excited. I'm going to order my first rounds soon. But now can you please do one how to buy gold, and which one do I get first? Okay. Gold is literally, guys, I'll give you this. I showed you the compare silver prices. Go to compare gold prices. It's the exact same. And everything works the same. Okay. And again, you're going to look at the least expensive. You're buying for gold, not the gold quantity, not the prettiness. The thing about gold is, and somebody had asked today, oh, can we buy a 0.5 gram of gold? I think it was in the comments. I don't remember if it was in comments or an email. And somebody said, what about buying like a 0.5 gram of gold? And a 0.5 gram of gold, the cheapest I could find, I mean, he'd found it for like $54 and $49, and I found it for $39. But when I did the math to correlate it, a 0.5 gram of gold buying would extrapolate out to paying $2,400 an ounce. And gold now is $1,800 and change. So you'd be paying like a $500 premium if you bought an ounce of gold in 0.5 gram pieces. In something like that, and I'll give you this as a suggestion, buy your silver, because you're getting it, $30, $31, $32 around right now, thereabouts. Buy your silver, buy your silver, buy your silver. My ratio, like I said, is 100 to 1. 100 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. So let's say when you've got 200 ounces of silver, now you can go sell 100 ounces and go buy an ounce of gold, and you've got your 100 to 1 ratio. But don't let the money just sit there in cash, because, I mean, if anybody saw what happened to the stock market today, it got blistered. Okay, the Dow was down 400 and some odd points. I mean, I've got it right here. And the Dow was down 473. The S&P was down 36. The VIX, the volatility index, was up 2.18 points, or, so you're talking 11%, the volatility index. So that means there's a lot of fear in the market right now. As the value of the dollar goes down, the value of precious metals goes up. Well, if you want to be in precious metals with a certain amount of money, buy the silver, ride the silver price, because gold will stay relatively similar. Okay. I'm not going to say exactly because it isn't. But gold and the dollar are going to be like this. Gold and silver may be like this, So, buy the silver, hold the silver, sell the trade, and then, go to the coin shop, or whatever with 100 ounces of silver and say, I'd like to trade 100 ounces for, a piece of gold, or, whatever the exchange rate is at this point. I mean, I can tell you that right now too. It is, let me look. 66.73 ounces of silver will buy you 1 ounce of gold right now. Okay. So as you're stacking your silver, whatever it is, then take in 67 ounces of silver into the coin shop. And the guy will probably give you a really good price because he's getting inventory in exchange for inventory. And it's a lot easier for him to sell 67 ounces of silver than it is for him to sell 1 ounce of gold. So you probably get a good deal that way. So just a thought. Rick Tech, who is doing this to us? Pick one. Doing which? Destroying the economy, destroying the money system, destroying the gas line, destroying the food line. I mean, you could say it's Klaus Schwab and the cast of clowns at the World Economic Forum. You could say it's China. You could say it's the Democrat Party. You could say it's the Republican Party. So, I mean, you could say it's everybody in Washington. Okay. It's big business. It's social media. I mean, you name it. All right. We all know Facebook is not our friend. Twitter is not our friend. Bill Gates is not our friend. Elon Musk is not our friend. The global warming crowd. Pick one. It's just, a whole bunch of little things all stacked together wind up a big thing. And, so it's a combination of a lot of people, and we just got to chip them out one by one. So, Curb Creeper, I finally caught you live. Frost in Indianapolis tonight. As you probably heard before, you only catch flack when you're over the target. Give him the boot. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, I can't even begin to tell you how long the list of blocked people is for this channel already. Debbie Sparta, where can you store your gas safely? You can store it safely outside as long as it's in a watertight container, which any jerry can or plastic can, provided it's closed correctly, will be watertight. Just don't store it, obviously, in the garage near the water heater or something like that. You're better off storing it outside than you are inside, for the simple reason is there's air circulation. You're not building up fumes or anything like that. You keep it in a closed garage, you're going to get gas vapor that could explode. Keep it outside, don't have to worry about it. And I know people say, but it gets hot outside. Well, it gets hot in your garage too. Hobby Garden for Health. How are my seedlings doing? The new cucumbers and the new peppers haven't popped yet. Everything else, I went out and walked the garden today. Thought I might be able to pick some peas today. Not quite there. Plenty of pods, but not full. The gardens look great, with the exception of the cucumbers. The cukes did not make it, so I'm regrowing cucumbers. But cukes come up pretty easy inside, so I'll probably have those out in a couple of weeks if we get warm weather. My potatoes are enormous. The plants, not the potatoes. The brassicas are doing great. Beans are doing okay, but yeah, warm weather crops, except for my tomatoes. My tomatoes are doing wonderfully. But the rest of the warm weather crops still struggling. It's still just those 50-degree nights are not helping them. Okay, let's see. James Davis, is that silver I hear? No, I think it was one of the dogs shaking his collar. So, okay. Let me see. Where else are we? Angie Parton says dad's okra isn't doing well. Yeah, again, another warm weather crop. I mean, that's just what's kind of getting whacked. So, how did that happen? Hang on a second. Okay, just checking something out there. in the chat, guys. No big deal. Let's see. Got to scroll back up here because I got shot all the way to the bottom. Okay. Kelly61 Ram says, how do you take care of squirrels and chipmunks so they don't get in the garden? They're running everywhere here in New Hampshire. I'm assuming you have a ton of trees. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, again, any human beings the same way. Any animal will take the path of least resistance to whatever they need, including us. Okay. Think about it. Are you going to go to the grocery store and buy your food, or are you going to go out hunting for it? Which is easier? Okay, the grocery store. Obviously, if both of them exist, you're going to go to the grocery. Some people want to go hunting. That's not my point. But if you've got squirrels and chipmunks, feed the squirrels and chipmunks. Put out a bowl of water for them. Just an old Tupperware dish or something like that. Buy a bag of sunflower seeds and feed them. You'll basically train them to go eat the sunflower seeds and not eat your garden. That's what Mrs. P does. We've got squirrels and chipmunks all over the place here. And granted, Daphne, the border collie, loves to chase them. But we've got chipmunks all through the back. They don't go anywhere near the garden. Why? Because there's a bird feeder over here, and the birds knock the sunflower seeds out. She'll put some sunflower seeds out for the chipmunks. We'll sit there and watch the chipmunks just stuff his cheek, go back in his hole. They don't need to go in the garden because they got plenty of food otherwise. All right, bag of sunflower seeds cost me $12 last few weeks, and because Mrs. P feeds them too much, but that's a good way. Figure out ways to keep them out. A dog is good, but if you train them to not go in your garden, that's not that hard to do. Okay, let's see. Reverse Snowbird. Rumors of grid down in July. Thoughts? Well, that's Cyber Polygon. All right, that's the World Economics Forum latest debacle that they are going to test in July. How would the supply chain be affected if the grid went down? Okay. Now, remember, it was 2019 when they did what would happen to the world if a pandemic hit? And what do you know? 4 months later, we had a pandemic. I would plan on grid going down. Not saying that conspiracy theory crap, but their track record is, gee, let's see how this works in the real world. And, so we could see time that we don't have power. I don't think they're going to shut the whole country down, but you could wake up one morning and go, oh, you know what? Texas doesn't have power again. Oh, we'll blame it on the energy company again. Okay, Monica Sherman says, BrickSeek is a site that shows inventory at stores. Sometimes it's hit or miss. I've never heard of it, so I can't quote, but thank you for the tip. Deb K says, I love Prepper Nerd System. It works well. Mrs. Gray, I'll look into the Flip app as suggested here. We'll report later how it goes. Cool. All right. Thank you for taking the lead on that one. Northern Hillbilly, put heavy plastic under the pad. Moisture won't bleed through the concrete pad. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a mason, so thanks for the tip. CNC Bluebird 89. What have you heard about the Global Compact for Migration? I heard it. I don't even know what it is, so I haven't heard anything on it. Hobby Garden for Health. I spent $36 on veggies yesterday. Can't wait till my garden's growing. I know. And we're the same way. It's like, trying to go get fresh tomatoes, and around here it's like, okay, see them for $1.99 a pound, and you're going, woohoo, good price. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have 500, 600 tomatoes here in a couple of months. I won't be buying tomatoes for ages, but you want those fresh vegetables. It's like, yes, garden, come on, grow. Amy Arsenault, I'll go gold panning, much cheaper. Yeah, I'll give you that, but it's a hell of a lot of work. Austin, thank you for the super chat. I just noticed it pop across on my phone here. Somebody else had sent the super chat in earlier, and I'm sorry, I see it up on the top, but I probably still haven't got that far down in the comments, or I'm past it, and it got shut down on me. So I apologize to whoever sent that, but thank you. Decoy 1958. Good morning from Australia. I can't believe the meat prices you pay. Here, chicken breast best price is $8 Australian dollar a kilo, so about $4 a pound. Okay, well, that's what you get for living on an island. Yeah, it's like yeah. No, I'm just kidding you. I know. I mean, I say this to people all the time, and people don't realize it. The United States has some of the cheapest groceries in the world, guys. I mean, we are spoiled rotten when it comes to grocery stores compared to what they pay in Europe and South America and Australia and Asia. We are spoiled rotten by how inexpensive our groceries are. And I laugh because, like I said, I'm here bitching about $3 a pound chicken, and he's going, yeah, but normal here is $4. Okay. There's a 30% increase on what I'm bitching about. So, just like I said, we're spoiled. Robert Winslow. And just like that, Americans learned how important pipelines are. Yeah, except I guarantee nobody at least on one side of the aisle cares, Keystone pipeline, XL pipeline. No, we don't need one of those, having, the American people having, inexpensive fuel. Nah, we don't need that. We the people prepping. I still have 11 ounces of gold I bought in 2015 for just over 1,100 an ounce. Yeah, and don't you wish you would have sold it when it was up over 2,000 and bought it back at 1,600? I mean, sure, we all can. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, but. Yeah, nobody's ever going to sell the top. Nobody's ever going to buy the bottom. You just take it where you have. Obviously, if you still have it, you haven't hit that rainy day yet where you need it. So, ride it. And I mean, you're hearing a lot of places, a lot of these economists say, we could be hitting, $5,000, $6,000 gold. So, if you got it for $1,100, hang on to it. Unless you need the money, hang on to it. Miss T, get off Facebook, people. Couldn't agree more. Okay, the only thing worse than Zuckerberg running Facebook would be if Xi Jinping was running it. Because I mean, Facebook's about this close from being red China that I don't know. Zuckerberg wants to be a communist. What the hell? KDS 1069 time. Bill Gates is probably the most evil man, more than Soros. Could be. I don't know. So that's pretty hard competition there. I did see something interesting, and I mean, I'll just give you this just because you guys mentioned Bill Gates. Okay, we all know Gates is getting divorced, and we all know Jeff Bezos got divorced. Okay, now mind you, these are a couple of the richest people in the world. And somebody brought up a good point on a forum that I'm in on the markets about the one thing that doesn't happen when a divorce happens is stock options. Now, damn well both these guys have a ton of stock options, so the cost basis changes. Well, the cost basis now goes to the event, which is the date of the divorce, as opposed to when they bought it, which could have been 10 years ago, okay? So now the cost, so it means their tax liability just went from this to this. You wonder if that might have anything to do with it. So, but that would be it. Cronin, do I recommend junk 90% silver, dimes, and quarters or just Liberties? Well, I'll give you both. I don't recommend Liberties at all. And yes, junk 90% silver, junk silver, yeah, I do recommend it. Okay. And the reason I don't recommend Liberties is I don't need to be paying the extra money for the pretty design on there. I'm in for the silver content. And if I can get generic rounds that are 0.999, just like a Liberty is, or a Maple Leaf is, why am I going to pay $42 for Walking Liberty when I can buy, a generic round for $32 and get the same amount of silver? As for buying junk silver, yeah, because what junk silver is eventually going to wind up is your change, okay? You want, like I said in a comment today, you want to go in and buy a case of beer, $20. Let's just say $20, make math easy. But your silver round is now worth $30. I got to give you $10 in change. Well, they're not going to cut this piece of silver in half, so they're going to give you quarters and dimes or whatever. That's $10 worth of silver, and you're going to get that in junk silver. So that'll be your currency, guys, if this crypto thing goes in, because there will be a black market, because there's a lot of people are going, no, I'm not letting Uncle Sam dictate, how many pounds of rice I can buy. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, you're above your allotment of 1 pound of rice this week. You can't buy anymore. We're going to block your crypto account from spending money on rice. And he's going to go, but I got to feed my family. So that's where the good old silver comes in. And he goes, well, you got extra rice over here. Can I buy some from you? Sure. Here you go. What's it going to cost me? This. Poof. Here's a little bit of silver and we're done. Okay. Small family, small budget. Having things to barter with besides silver, if we can find ammo, should we go with that? Absolutely not. Okay. Do not ever barter your ammo, because all you're doing, let's say you sell a box of ammo to a guy for a box of turnips, okay? And he pulls out his gun, he loads it up, he goes, bang, you're dead. He takes the ammo and the turnips and goes home. Are you going to throw a turnip back at him for defense? Okay. Do not ever give somebody else something that can hurt you, okay? I understand you're going to say, well, that means I can't give him matches. Okay, well, if he's going to throw matches at you, fine, okay? But, you're not trading your ammunition under any means. Having things to barter with, yes, okay? You never barter with food. Barter for it. If somebody will give it to you, they're the fool, not you. But don't ever give your food away. Okay, don't ever give your ammunition away. I mean, those are, one you need to eat to survive, and the other one you need to protect what you need to eat to survive. So those are two things. If you barter away toilet paper or cloth or matches or a deck of cards, or like I said, I've showed you guys how to make wine and stuff like that. Those are things, feminine products, aspirin, those are things that are going to be good to barter with, but do not barter with your food and do not barter with your ammo. Doc Mac, any heartless, soulless person that doesn't have a care for anyone. I don't know what you're talking about. And it shot me to the bottom. That's why I keep running into the same stuff. Hang on. I apologize, guys. I'm going back up here again. I'm trying to find out what's going on. Austin Levero, are the elite controlling the crash of the economy? Absolutely. It's an organized crash, okay? They're getting out and suckering all of us. You see the market going up, for example, okay? That's all the kids going in there taking their stimulus checks, playing in Robinhood and driving the market up. If you look at 10Ks and 10Qs, what you're seeing is the executives in these big companies are selling into the strength of the market. They're taking the money out, and that bubble's going to pop, and every retail investor, the Tom, Dick, and Harry, you and me, are going to get their ass handed to them when this market gets hammered, okay? And anybody that says, oh, it can't happen, I will remind you of 1 year ago when we were turning on the TV, and the Dow's down 1,500 points today and tomorrow, and the Dow's down 1,800 points today, and then we're down 1,300 points today. And you're going, holy crap, we just lost 5,000 points in the Dow in 3 days, okay? Yeah, it can happen. People have real short memories in the market. That was 1 year ago, okay? But right now, again, you have this euphoria where everybody thinks the market only goes up, okay? Trust me, it will pop. Teresa, I saw that. I don't know what's going on. That was what I was checking out earlier, so I don't know what the comment was that got going in there, but Yeah, I mean, if it's I my mods know what they're doing. So I mean, if it was something that shouldn't have been said, then they did what they were supposed to. Uh, Grammy's pie face won. I just watched Letters to King grocery store in Russia. Wow, yeah. It's funny, I mentioned here about how cheap our groceries are, and I think I've told you guys before. It was amazing when I went to Russia in 2015, and the grocery prices were roughly the same as they are here. Yet, Mrs. P's salary was nothing compared to what anybody makes here. She's making $500 a month. Okay, working in an HR department. Okay, try to find somebody working HR for a 40-hour work week for $500 a month here. You get laughed at. Okay, but that's what I was saying before. Uh, I will give somebody bring up Russia. I don't know if anybody saw this, but this was kind of an interesting one. Anybody notice there was a school shooting in Russia today where a guy went in and shot 19 kids? Okay. Oh yeah, gun control, right? Because you have to go through a psychiatric evaluation to get a weapon in Russia. Okay. Obviously, this guy passed the psych eval. Still got a weapon. Somebody want to explain to me what the yahoos in D.C. think that they're going to do around here? If that isn't working and some guy can do it, what the hell are you going to do? Okay. So gun control doesn't work, guys. Never has, never will. The only way to do it is to basically, for them to do it is kind of how Stalin did it or Hitler did it. You got to kill them all. And I don't think any of us are going to put up with that. Okay. Not that I'm, if our government goes that far, we better be in civil war. Gene W., I already got tomatoes here in Florida. I think we're going to have to plant more plants. I must have early tomatoes. Depends on what you have. I mean, if you've got determinate or indeterminate tomatoes. If you've got determinate tomatoes, determinate tomatoes fruit once, all at once. Okay. Like around my area, they'll all fruit right around mid-July. Indeterminates will keep giving you fruit all the way till plant dies with the first frost. Okay. So, besides you're looking for your heirloom tomatoes for tomatoes, you want to look for indeterminate or determinate. Now, I grow them both, but the catch is I grow my determinates in pots on the deck. I grow my indeterminates in the garden. Okay. I don't want them crossing so I can still save seeds. Montana Grizz fan, dumb move to shut down Keystone Pipeline. Now, let's see. Biden's been president for what now? Almost 4 months. Somebody please tell me one smart move he's made, because I can't think of any. Okay. Keystone Beef Pipeline. There you go, Sunset. That's good. All right. Catgirl 66, dude, where's your hat? That's only for Saturday nights. Okay, Saturday nights, the party hat. That's when we have a little bit more fun. Tuesday's a lot more business. Not that we do much different, but Tuesday is not Tuesday. Trust me, in 6 months of doing this is the first glass of wine I've had on a Tuesday night. Hobby garden for health. Besides Deep South Homestead and MI Garden, can you recommend a few other YouTubers? Thank you. If you want to, here, let me go into my page real quick and I will tell you, bear with me. And pull that over there and let's see. Oops, we got an alert of some sort. So I'm guessing you're talking, child abduction alert. Okay, that's what I got popping up here. Great. Okay, so if you want to talk about gardening ones, Self-Sufficient Me, that's Mark out of Australia. I mean, he's very good for raised beds, stuff like that. The guy's also hilarious. I want to talk about homesteading. Roots and Refuge Farm is a very good one. Another gardening one, the Gardening Channel with James Prigioni. He's out of Jersey and will show you how to turn your backyard basically into a garden. Guy does amazing stuff, growing food. Let's see, what else do I have in the way of gardening stuff like that? Gary Pilarchik is another one good for gardening. And the rest of them are either other fishing or weapons or that sort of stuff. So there's a few ideas for you there. And I got to find back where you guys are. There we are. El Chaso, I'm late tonight. Do you think the gas shortages will worsen in areas such as northern Georgia? Yes, I do, and here's why. Because what I've heard from a few of you guys, I guess, who either have some sort of relationship with the trucking industry, is that for every week that this goes down, it's going to take 2 weeks to come out of it. So if Colonial's correct and they're going to have this pipeline issue fixed by Friday, it's probably going to be pretty right about Memorial Day before before everything's back to normal. And better hope so, because Memorial Day is a big travel weekend for a lot of people, and that a lot of businesses count on a lot of Memorial Day traffic. So yeah, this is going to be around for a couple of weeks. Big German, prepared ammo's the new gold. Not for investing purposes, but for something that you need to own. Yes. And we are at 9 o'clock. Holy crap. Okay, I'll find one more. Iron Bar. That's what sunk Atlantis. The economy expensive chicken. Okay, that was just funny. Singerman Marquette. So when do we start calling Bill Gates what he really is? Supervillain or Dr. Evil? We got to come up with something better than that. Dr. Evil wasn't that the Mike Myers movie? Wasn't that the character there? Supervillain sounds like something out of Batman. So, we need to, Satan 2 or something. Where else are we? Epstein's property in Santa Fe is for sale. I don't even want to, couldn't even imagine what you would find in that one. I mean, remember what we had in his townhouse in New York? You had the, let's just put it, burlesque photo of Bill Clinton. I don't even want to know. Rob Anderson, Trudeau is trying to pass a bill to censor what is posted on Facebook here in Canada. Trudeau is, if you guys don't get rid of Trudeau, Canada can kiss its butt goodbye. I mean, this guy is a disaster for Canadians. So, okay. All right, guys, 9:02. I got to go can some chicken, which means I'm up till 10:30. So, and that's past my bedtime. So I got to stick up for a little bit. But it was fun talking to you all tonight. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you all maybe in the morning, because come to think of it, I haven't even recorded anything for tomorrow yet. Have a good one, y'all. Pinball out.